Too often we take for granted the amazing shonen series of the past. Though, I will say in recent years it seems that old shonen is really making a comeback. I see a lot of new fans and even new merch for stuff that I haven't seen for years. One such thing is Yu Yu Hakusho. I feel like it gets slightly overlooked, unfortunately, in regards to amazing shonen that has shaped the anime industry. So I was very happy to see that Good Smile of all people decided to make a pop-up parade figure of... That's right, the master of the evil eye himself, Hiei. Hiei is a great little character, and I do mean little because his canon height is actually under 5 foot. But there is plenty of character packed into this little beast. Often quiet and cool-headed, but also very cocky and strong when need be. Something interesting I didn't know about Pop-Up Parade is that they're scheduled to release 4 months after being announced for pre-order. So that's pretty cool. And with them, for a simple price of around $40, though you can get him for about $30, you can get some pretty good quality in a small figure like this. I feel like it's a great alternative to buying expensive scales, while also avoiding buying potentially shoddy figures that are from arcade prizes. This is my first Pop-Up Parade figure, so I'm excited to see what this brand has to offer, because if possible, these could be an incredibly viable option for collectors going forward. So, let's open this box and check out what's inside. Now inside of the very plain plastic packaging, we have a blister holding the figure, and there's pretty much nothing else to talk about. So let's pop this open. Oops. So inside these 2 bags, we have this nice little hexagon stand colored in purple, which actually looks really good, and then Hiei himself. Personally, I really like this stand. I like that it's colorful. The purple hexagon is so much better than a simple, clear circle that I was expecting him to come with. Actually, that's what he was pictured with, so it's strange to see this. Though some quality control issues, looks like there's already scratches next to the peg holes here, which I don't get since this is brand new. Now, Hiei himself looks amazing. Seriously, I could pull no punches here, and already I'm going to say this looks spectacular. For the price, this is gorgeous. There's so much color and great sculpting here. Like seriously, let's take a moment to appreciate this hair. That sculpt is really good, and then all those little individual tips being colored that just slight shade of blue with the black and the fade and that gradient, then the extra layer of white. All this is so nice. His face looks awesome. You can just barely see the evil eye peeking through, which is a great little touch. He's using his signature ability there. His expression looks wonderful. I love the eyes. The mouth is deep set, so you actually have a physical mouth on there that is carved into his face rather than just being printed on. The muscles of his neck and his shoulders, even his arms, there's just a lot of great sculpting here. Look at his armpit. That's gorgeous. I'm not an armpit guy, but geez, Hiei looking sexy right now. Like, this is great. Do I really have to even mention the dark flame that he's using? He's wearing his dark tournament uniform, which is awesome, and this flame looks so great. It's a transparent purple plastic that looks spectacular. The way that it's swirled around his arm and you can barely tell where it's attached, this is just masterful. Everything here is just so masterfully done. The clean but sharp cuts in the collar of his shirt. Then, of course, that little bit of his pectorals just denting the shirt a tiny bit, not to mention those folds looking great. The belt looks clean, and you can tell exactly what it is. The wrinkles in his pants are just deep set enough to really allow that extra casting of light to bounce through. This is spectacular. I can't say enough how impressed I am with this figure for the cost that it was. And again, this base is wonderful. I love this light purple. I love the fact that it's sort of matted rather than being a clear gloss that's just going to get scratched up really badly. This looks great, and then it goes with the theming of his flame. Realistically, I could see this offering you no problems in regards to stability, and obviously enough, he's not going to take up a ton of space on your shelf because he's not that big. True to his canon size, this boy is just about 6.5 inches tall. Hopefully that will mean the upcoming Kurama is a bit taller. I'm not quite sure yet because we don't have him, but I think his scale is great the way that it is. He's just big enough for those details to really come through and shine. But I will be a little disappointed if he is just as tall as Kurama, so let's hope that that doesn't happen. I should mention that height is from the base, where his feet actually start, to the tip of his hair. With the base, from the desk up until the tip of his hair, he's about 7 inches. And for $30 or $40, I think this is a wonderful amount of detail, especially for this scale. I think what's really most important here is the layering. Layering on a figure like this is really, really important, because rather than making it flat and look like it's all one piece, it seems like each piece was casted and then inserted into areas of the shirt, if not the pants. Again, the dark flame on his arm is so well attached that you can't even tell where it's plugged in at, and everything here just works so well. The casting on his hair is layered so decently, and in addition to that shading, it doesn't allow for any seams to really stick out. The one thing that I'll say is his feet are kind of weird because they're just part of his pants, but that could just be more so the design of the character. I'm looking and looking and I'm not seeing any production errors. The only one that I saw was on the base by that peg hole, but that gets covered up because his foot's there anyway, so it's really not that bad. Nothing is sticking out that would make me give this any less of a score. I'm so impressed by this, not only for the price point, but the quality at what we are receiving for that price point. And combine that with the fact that this is Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. I couldn't be more overjoyed. Well, we'll see how I feel when Kuwabara gets announced, but for now, I'm going to give Hiei, the pop-up parade figure from Good Smile Company, a solid 10 out of 10. Again, I can't find any flaws here. You might say that I'm being blinded by my nostalgia and my love for Yu Yu Hakusho, and that's partially true, but I haven't been this happy in a while with a figure. I cannot wait to add the additional characters from the show on my shelves. Seriously though, if they don't make all 4 main protagonists, I will be incredibly upset. But what do you guys think? Do you have any pop-up parade figures? Am I crazy for giving this thing a 10? Tell me below in the comments, and if you did like this video, make sure to like it. If you're interested in buying any figures, look in the description for my HobbyLink Japan code. That allows you to support the channel by paying no extra for your figures, and I get a small commission from it. I'm going to link some videos on screen as well, so if you're interested, make sure to click those too. It really does help the channel. Any interaction really helps, so thank you so much for watching, have an amazing day, and keep on collecting.